All right, welcome to a new video. I'm going to be speedrunning making Pong. So I'm going to make Pong as fast as I can. I've never made Pong. It should be relatively easy, but I've been thinking in my head how I'm going to do various parts of it, but I have not typed anything out. I haven't run any code. As soon as I start typing, I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to be doing this in Love 2D with Lua. I'm trying to make this video oriented toward people beginning game development type stuff, or people new to Love 2D. I'll do my best to narrate relevant parts of the code, but I'm not going to go through everything I type. I'm going to be doing edits so that there will be like fast forward with music or something when I'm just coding and don't have anything to say, but I'll step out and talk about what I'm doing at various points. As I start out and do the initial setup, I will try to narrate a bit. So it might slow me down a bit to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. And where is the timer? Hold on. I haven't used this timer yet. I had a script somewhere, and I don't know where it went. Tools, scripts, this thing, start. Okay, it's going now. All right. So I've got everything on GitHub going with a placeholder README. I'm going to make a new file, which is going to be main.lua. I don't know why Visual Studio does that, but every time I type end, it's like, maybe it doesn't. Yes, end. So this is standard setup for any Lua thing, is you just have these functions. In load, I want to set 16:9 aspect ratio. I am planning for I love that window. I want it to be 16:9 because like it's going to be something that I want to do a separate video series where I make these older games actually fun, because I don't think that typically these aren't especially fun, these older games. It's 1280 by crap, I can't remember the ratio. Let me Google that real quick. 1280 by 720. Okay. So that's the aspect ratio I want. And we're going to set background color. I actually want it to be like black. I think black is 000, or is it 111? I'm not sure. Let's check. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I need to say function. I'm declaring functions here. Oh my god. I'm a little bit rusty with Lua. I haven't been using it. I've been using a lot of JavaScript lately, but yeah, that was just stupid. Okay. So yeah, we got black. All right. Black is fine. Maybe we want like not quite black, because that's kind of ugly. I don't even remember which colors these are, but let's just like change this to some. I'm willing to eat up some time here to get a nice looking like, I'm gonna be looking at this for a while. Pink, I like pink. Let's do pink. I'd like it to be a little bit darker. Let's see if that. No, that's lighter actually. Yeah, so you should be like 0.43 or something. I don't... Sure, I'll go for that for now. Okay, so what I want to do is have a separate module and class for the player and for the ball. So the idea is going to be, I make a new file. We're going to do the player class first. So the way I want to set this up, I think, is like, this should actually be in a new folder. which I'm going to call modules. And this will be called player.lua. And so this is like the general structure I use for setting up a class in Lua, because it doesn't really have like a class structure like JavaScript does. But what this is effectively doing is it's creating code where I can have the I can create a new instance of a player, because this is going to be local to player. So I can have like player 1 equals new player, player 2 equals new player, and they'll come built in with certain attributes, and I can define what that is. So we're going to go with like this. So in this list of things, like we're going to have things built into each player. And then we'll have like player functions, and like that's about it, I think, really. And like player function will be like the constructor, which we would say like function player new player. And like I think the constructor, I want to just have it probably be x y. What this is meaning is like when I create a new player, I can in main, when I say like let me give you an example of what that would look like. Like I can say player 1 equals player dot new player, and then x, like player 1 like would be the x location is probably going to be something like 50, I would guess. And it doesn't really matter what the y is, but we would say height divided by 2. And we haven't actually defined a height yet. So we'll say here we can say width equals, this is a global, width equals 1280, height equals 720. And I'm going to run the code again here just to make sure this is working. Oh, it's not, because I haven't actually done that yet. All right, I was doing that for demonstration purposes, the player thing. Okay, that's working. Okay, so we'll leave this commented out for now, but that's kind of what I want it to do, right? With this type of actually, and I would actually like to do width plus 50 rather than explicitly saying it, just in case I change things around. This is better for long-term changes in coding. Okay. So function player new player. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. What I want to get here is the things that are built into each player. So what we're going to have is, let's see, how do I want to do this? Local, what do I want to call it? X, just X, or yeah, let's just call it X and Y. Local X equals, we're going to say nil because it's going to be defined in this constructor anyway. Local X equals nil. Local Y equals nil. And do I need to separate these with commas? No. There's different ways. It's kind of funky in Lua. You have different ways of doing stuff like this, where you can put it directly into the table, or you can do it like this. I'm doing it like this for now. So local Y equals nil. And then we'll have things like score equals 0. And controls, we're going to have keyboard controls. I'll get back to you and think of that. I'm going to stop commenting for now and clean up a little bit of this stuff, and I'll talk about it in a second. Actually, what I just remembered is that this is wrong. These are like, this is where I would put local global variables. This is, I was, as soon as I started looking at this, I realized what I was doing wrong. But the constructor, you need to have these things in the constructor. And then player.x doesn't equal nil, it equals x and y referring to the things in the constructor. Now, to make sure this is working, let's do function player.draw x, y, and what we need here is the draw is going to be the paddle. So I want the paddle, let's say the I could define it here. Let's define it here. Player.width equals 10. Maybe 20. Let's just try 20. We might change that. Player.height equals, let's say, like 150. If this looks like the wrong, if the paddle looks like a weird shape, I'll fix this, but we'll try that for now. So here we will do like self. No, it needs to be love.graphics.draw. It needs to be a rectangle. I actually need to look that up in the documentation. Just a second. Love to rectangle. Love.graphics.rectangle, I think, is. Yeah, I'll show you the documentation here, but the mode is, the default is top left. So, okay, anyway. So what we do here is we'll do love.graphics.draw or .rectangle. We don't need to put the mode in. X is top left. So top left will be player.x. And then y, player.y. And then width, player.width, player.height. And that should be good. So now I'm going to save that. I need to connect player.lua into the main.lua, which I haven't done yet. So we go, we want this now. But we also need to do, actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, this goes before love.load. You do like player equals require modules player. And now in love.draw, I should be able to say player1.draw. And hopefully this will work. Player a Boolean value. Oh, I need to return. Global width. Oh, this is, I need to capitalize this. Layer 26. Oh, this should be self. So when you're doing like in Lua with these like class structures, it's really kind of confusing, and I don't have a great way of explaining it. But once the player, we in the constructor we do say player, and it's kind of confusing with this upper and lowercase stuff. But basically, this is an instance of player. This is our global player class because it's capital. with the two separate things. But then when we have like a player.draw function, self is referring to whatever is doing the draw function. So what is doing the draw function is going to be this instance of player one, which we have created. If that's not entirely clear, that's okay. Draw mode. What the fuck? Invalid draw mode 1330 expected one of. Oh, I actually do need to have a mode. Okay. Let's just say fill. I mean, I don't really care right now. I'll just say fill. I think I have to put it in quotes, actually. If not, I'll take the quotes out and see if that works. Okay, that worked, except we don't see anything. So what's the color by default? Let's see. So in here, let's do, I don't remember how to do the color thing. Hold on. Going through the documentation. Set color, okay. Love.graphics.set color. Let's make it white. Is 0, it's 1, right? And I feel like I need to push pop, but actually I think, let's just try this for now. This is a little bit frustrating because I'm not sure. I'm going to console log also. Not console, love.graphics.print. I'll just do player1.x for now. 1330. That's not right. That's off the screen. That's our problem here. Why is it 1330? I said plus 50 on the x-axis. How? Oh, I see what I did wrong. I'm stupid. Okay. So it should be 0 plus 50. There we go. Okay. So that is a little too tall, I would say. So let's say the height is 100 maybe. Maybe take this down to 15. The thickness doesn't matter a whole lot, but the height does, right? That looks better. I think I want it a little bit closer to the wall. I'm not going to worry actually about that right now. We can very easily adjust that later. I'm trying to speed run. I need to be fast. Okay. So good. Let's just throw player 2 in there so it looks good. Player 2 equals player and player. With this should be with minus 50. Divided by 2. Oh, and there we go. Something is off on this. Oh, it's because I'm doing top left. So it's not, this is the middle, this isn't the middle, right? So that's why it looks a little bit off. I'll worry about that later. That's not a huge issue. I could fix it by doing like height divided by 2. Needs to be higher up. So minus I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so now I want to get the keyboard controls in. So what we will do is add a new function like here. And how do I want to do the keyboard controls? I'm going to take a break and think about this before I start typing and talking. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added these are inputs that we're going to do on main.lua up and down. And actually, let me check something because love.keyboard. I don't know if it needs to be in quotes or not. Let's see. I think it does. Key. Oh, you can look at the documentation. Where's the example? Come on. Yeah, it needs to be in quotes. So we'll do it. That's not going to work, is it? Hold on. This is probably not the best way to do it. I'm just going to say up equals. That's not going to work either. I need to like stringify it somehow. Let me think about this. I'm going to stop talking and do another cut. You know what? I'm going to try something. I think I can just make the input a string in here when I call the function. Let's just try that. Okay. So anyway, let me explain this. So we have a velocity. I have this update function, which I need to remember to run. And it's always going to do the velocity. Velocity is, we only have one direction the paddle ever moves. So it's only ever going to be on the Y. That's why it's just the Y and not the X. Let's see if this works though. So we need to do layer 1 update, layer 2 update, and we'll just worry about layer 1 right now. And now this is where I think I can just do like up. I think it's up arrow. Is it? No, it's just up and down. Okay, up, down. And let's see if that works. 22 player. 22. I didn't end that function. Okay. Okay, it works. Obviously, that's too fast, and it goes off the screen. But so this is where some tweaking is going to come in. Let me just make sure player 2 is working. It should be. So we'll do like player 2 control A or W and S. Yeah. So we got both paddles moving now. Well, we lost that paddle. It's gone. Oh, there it is. So basically, the reason I did velocity instead of just like changing the Y by a number is because I want acceleration. And I have acceleration, but also it allows me to like tap to do like, if I don't want to go really fast, I can tap it to get some speed. But this isn't quite behaving the way I want it. So we kind of have to tweak that a bit. What I'm thinking is I want the acceleration to be even a little bit faster, but also there needs to be a max velocity equals I don't really know, honestly. Let's try like 50. 50 is probably too high. Yeah, let's try like 10 and see how it feels, and then we can mess around with it. So to implement max velocity, we have to go in the update and say if player.maxvel is less than or equal to, or no, this should be self, is less than or equal to, wait, no, this is wrong. If self.velocity is less than or equal to self.maxvel, then do this. And okay. What? Okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, because it only it prevents it from going up, right? If you think about it, like I can't go up now, I can only go down. So how do I fix that? I need to do absolute value, which is some little symbol. I can't remember. Let me check. So absolute value. Math.apps. That's it. Okay. Self. So we do math.apps self. That's not going to work though, right? The absolute value. Yeah, that should work, right? Yeah. Okay, let's try. No, I can't. I still can't go up. Okay. What's going on here? Let me think about it. The best way to do it, but I'm trying to speedrun this and I was just blanking on what I should do. I feel like the absolute value thing should have worked, but it for some reason wasn't. I'm overlooking something. So we're gonna do if self.maxvel is less than or equal to, or no, if self.vel is less than or equal to self.maxvel, I think we can do or no, and self.val is greater than or equal to self.inval. I think that will work. It's not the most elegant solution, but like for speed, part of the point is, yeah, this works. Part of the point of speedrunning is that I don't want to get hung up on it. So now when I hold the button, this just moves me and stops me. I like something is happening here that I'm not thinking about. I think it's the interaction between probably this plus this other if statement is causing a conflict. Let's see. Let's console log that because I can't quite figure out what's going on with that. Love.graphics.print player1.vel. Oh, okay, yeah. It never. Yeah, we have to stop it from going up. That's the problem. Okay. So we have in this function, we just need to wrap this in like if self dot no, we don't want to wrap the whole thing. Like we need to prevent it from going over the max fill. Yeah. If keyboard is down up, I'm trying to think where to put this. If I put it here, maybe. then if, let's just try it. Then if self dot val is, this is the one down, is less than or is greater than or equal to self dot min val, then do that. And here, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's right, but I'm just gonna test it. Sometimes like it's better just to test it. Okay. This still isn't working because it's going up to 12. So we need to change that a little bit. Let's see. Actually, no, this is not the way to do this. I just thought of a better solution. I should just say, at the end of this whole thing, just say, if self dot max val is greater than or equal to 10, then self dot val is 10 equals val, and if self dot min val is less than or equal to negative 10. Yeah, then self dot val equals self dot min val. I think this is gonna fix it correctly. Let's see. No, okay. I didn't push anything, obviously, because what happened here, we have if it's greater than or equal to 10. Yeah, that's I see what's happening here. I can't really explain it, but this is not right. Let's see. So it automatically went up, which means this was happening because self.minval. Oh, this isn't. This should be self.val. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Self.velocity, not self. Yeah, okay. I think this will fix it now. I've said that a few times. Good. Okay. There we go. See. And this feels about right, actually. It's a little too fast. It's going to depend how the ball is behaving, really. I'm going to leave this for now. I just need to make it so it can't go over the boundary. Okay, so we'll do an update. Just add another if self dot y is less than or equal to height. No, is less than or equal to 0. Then self dot y equals 0. If self dot y is greater than or equal to height, then self dot y equals height. So I think that will work. Yeah. Well, no, that didn't work. Okay. Well, it worked. I don't know how I messed that up. Okay, let's see. If self dot y is greater than or equal to height. It's possible that this is a global variable in love.load, but not in here maybe. This is kind of sloppy, but I'm just going to make a local global here. Local height equals. I don't think this is actually I don't think this is going to fix it, but I want to make sure that's not the problem before I think so. Okay. So what's going on here? Let's just console log self.y, because something is clearly stupid that I'm doing. Oh, it's actually stopping, but it's the top left, so we can't see it. That's the problem. Okay. So what we need to do is if self.y equals or is equal to height minus self.height, is that a thing? Self.height, yeah. Then self.y equals height minus self.height, I think. Okay, yeah, cool. All right. So the paddles are working. Now I need the ball. So we're going to make a new module for the ball. This is like something you just need to memorize, and I never quite memorize it perfectly. Okay. Function ball, new ball. Like really, let's just like there's no reason not to we've got the code. Let's copy paste and just change the words. The ball is always going to spawn at the same spot, I think. In the middle of the screen. Local ball equals that. So meta table. All right, so the meta table actually is interesting here. I think, yeah, this needs to be ball, but actually that index, I think I want it to be player. And let's see, we'll see what happens. I can't quite remember how to do this right. Okay, ball.x and ball.y is just going to be width divided by 2, height divided by 2. Ball.velocity is actually, I can't remember when you play Pong and it starts with the ball in the middle. Is it just random? Like, how does it start the ball? I don't really remember. We'll figure that out. Okay, max velocity. I'm thinking like I want it to be about twice as much as the paddle. I might actually have to like load up a game of Pong and see what it does because I don't really remember. This will be minus 20 also. That's not relevant. Width and height. We just need radius. So let me look up the documentation for circle. Mode XY radius. Okay. So we're going to do again, we're going to copy from here. Because I didn't realize how similar these balls and players were going to be, but they're quite similar. So this is, oh, let's just try radius of 5 and see what it looks like. That's probably too small. Try 10. Okay, this is our draw function. X and Y, do we need that? Yes, right. No, wait, draw. Why do I have X and Y in there at all? In this one. Player.draw. Where's player.draw? Why do I have an X and Y here? I don't think I need that. No, I don't need that. Okay. I was like flipping out for a second. Like, why did I put that in there? Okay. So yeah, we definitely don't need that. Color, let's just keep it white for now. And this should be circle. Self.x, self.y, self.radius. Return ball. What? Oh, I need to save this as, okay. Ball.lua. Go into player, add, oh no, go into main, sorry. Ball equals player, modules ball. Love.load, we will say ball equals ball, new ball. And we're hoping to see a ball in the middle of the screen. A nil value. Okay. Oh, that's why. And this is new player. Okay. That's the risk of copy pasting, is you have that happen, but it's pretty easy to catch that anyway. Okay, it should be working, but it's not. Oh, because I didn't call the draw function. All right. Ball. Rectangle. Player 60. What? That's strange. Player 60. What? That was working. Hold on. What? Let me look at that again. I think this index thing is messing it up. Player 60. Player.draw. Yeah, it's the index thing is messing it up, I think. Let's see if yeah, I was saying I wasn't sure about that. Whoops. There was something in my head that I needed the meta table to be able to see. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's awful looking. What is with that? The pixelation doesn't look right. That looks like about the right size though, doesn't it? Anti-aliasing. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that. It looks like shit, but we'll fix it later. Okay, so speedrun, man. I want to go fast. Ball.update. We need. Okay, we're going to need collision detection. That's why I wanted them to be able to see each other in the index, by the way. But I shouldn't need to do that. Okay. So let me think. I'll do a cut again. So here is where I'm running into issues with this thing with max and min velocity that I did, which was fine for the paddles, but I think it's not great here. And I have to decide if I want to power through it or try to actually fix the problem with, like I was trying to use absolute value. Because basically it's harder to think this out. I'm hitting some, my brain is freezing on it a bit because like let me think again, self to x. Basically like if the x velocity, because I have double the axes that I have to worry about now. That's the real issue. It's not just up and down. It's a lot harder to think about it in this way. I'm going to clear this out and think for a second. What's up, dude? Okay, so I was trying to split these up, but that's not going to work because it needs to be an and. That's why I'm getting so confused by this. So it's like if self.x velocity is greater than or equal to self.max felt and something. Yeah, and self.xfel is greater than or equal to self.min. I think that's right. And then the same thing for y. Because the way I'm doing self.x equals self.x plus self.xfel, it's including negatives in the plus, right? So these have to be the same. Okay. Now, to test this, this isn't really too easy to test. I kind of just want to throw controls in there for now, but it's still kind of a waste to do that. Let's just set a velocity for now. Let's just try like 2 and see what happens. Nothing. All right. Because we don't have update in here. Okay, I'm going to trust that my max velocity stuff is working. It might not be. I'm just going to try to code in the collision section and make it work. So I think what we need to do here is say update. This argument needs to be both balls. This is why I was thinking the index needed to go, or not both balls, both paddles. This is why I wanted it to index player, but I think that's like unnecessary. I just need to have, let's see what the function would look like. If self dot x let's see, if self.x the width, okay, self.x equals ball. Ball dot x plus ball dot width. I'm trying to think, how would this collision, because it's not just the x, it's, well, actually the x, the x is locked in place, but so it needs to be an and self dot y is equal to ball dot y plus, no, it shouldn't be less than, it should be ball there. It needs to be like greater or less than. I almost want to just hard code it for each side separately. That's a sloppy way to do it, but I almost want to do that. I'm going to resist the urge. Because I'm trying to think of, I think I'm going to use a like a I don't remember what it's called in Lua, but like a an array, or a table of both players as a check for this. Anyway, so self.x equals ball.x. Let me like type up some notes here. Like if x, I just need to stop and think for a second, actually. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out some of the math here. It's not, you can't, it's not going to run right now because I've messed, well, it will actually run, actually. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so I have it coded right now that it just moves in that exact area, but we can't play it. You can't play it yet because that just goes down the whole time. Yeah, and it does. If it hits the paddle, nothing happens. I'm trying to code it now. I mean, I can change it. Just go like. Yeah. It go like. It won't. It won't even hit the. It will go right through the paddle because I haven't coded yet what happens after it hits the paddle. But if you code it such a weird way, it might just go. It might if I do it wrong. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure out something with the collisions right now. That's the tricky part. That's the hardest part, honestly. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it see the paddle, right? Okay. So what I tried to do here, like, this is obviously not the optimal way to do this. I'm probably eventually going to change this when I try to make the game better. But if the velocity is greater than 0, that means the ball is moving toward player 2, and I only need to. Good job, dude. Yeah. And I only need to check for collisions on this side if I do it this way, and I can just use the global, like use this almost as a global variable. So let's see if it works. Do I have ball.update in there? I do, right? Let's just check it. No, I ran the wrong thing. Okay, this one. Ah. Okay. That didn't work out. Hold on. So there was a crash when I went off the screen for some reason, but you want to see the crash? Yeah. So when I moved this off the screen, it crashed. Oh no, actually, let me check something. Did it crash because of the ball or the paddles? Let's see. It's weird. I don't know why it crashed, actually. If I move it down right away, it will crash, it looks like. No? Y velocity is a nil value on line 32 of ball. Velocity here. Oh, wait, what? How is Y velocity a nil value? Is it because it's... Let me see something. Player 2, Y value. It should be... There's no nil value here, right? I'm not sure what's going wrong here. Let me just try to do something. I'm gonna try to change ball. I'm making a video, dude. I told you. It's a YouTube video. I'm gonna make this just go straight so I can try to hit it with the paddle. I think it's gonna crash. Oh, I think it's gonna crash when it hits the paddle. Dude, I keep running the wrong thing. Okay. No, it immediately crashes now. Okay. Which Y velocity is it even talking about, man? Ball 32. This one. It looks like it's player 2.y velocity. I think it doesn't see player 2. It should be, though. It's in the update function. I'm guessing that's it, though. A nil value. Main line 17, ball that update, yeah. I feel like it shouldn't be picky about this, but I'm missing something here. Why is it crashing right away when I open it now? Like when I had the ball going in a different trajectory, it doesn't crash. See, like I don't get it. It's like I can't even get it to consistently crash. Oops. What's up, dude? Yeah, this is getting frustrating. I don't know what's wrong with it right now. That's the timer, man. I'm trying to make the game fast. It's not going so fast. I'm actually really close. I just need to get this collision thing to work.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
If it doesn't crash, they just go down.
Well, I don't know. I still can't figure out why it's crashing exactly. I wish this error isn't very specific. Let me just try something like instead of saying 1, I'll say like 0.1, just so that it maybe doesn't crash right away. Okay, let's see what happens when it hits the paddle. Goes straight through the paddle.
Yeah, I saw it.
Straight through the paddle. All right.
I don't want this.
Well, because the code's not working. Hold on. I'm gonna do this.
You feel money.
It won't, dude. Don't worry.
People will like it or not.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, let's see here. Ball that update. I feel like this way I'm saying player 2 just doesn't work. I think ball is moving to if self.x is greater than
Wonder how they made
0, then it's moving to the right. Yeah. If self.x is less than or equal to player 2.x, meaning this isn't right. It should be greater than, right? Yeah, greater than or equal to. That's probably one problem. And self.y is greater than or equal to player 2.y would mean it's below the top left corner, which is correct. And less than. This isn't right either. It needs to be less than player 2.y plus player 2.y plus player 2.height, I think. Whenever I personally come up with these long collision strings, they're usually wrong. So let's see what happens. I promised myself I wasn't going to use ChatGPT on this, but ChatGPT is actually really good at, okay. It crashed when the ball hit the paddle, which is good, surprisingly, because it means this indicates that the collision detection is correct.
We'll see.
Look, so when as soon as it touches the paddle, it crashes. That means I've got the detection right, but something is going wrong when the collision. I think what was happening earlier was the collision detection was wrong, so it was colliding without touching the paddle, and then I got the error. Now the problem is this y velocity is giving it a crash, and I don't know which. Honestly, I think it's player 2.y vel. I'm gonna do this here. Player 2.y velocity. If that's a nil value, then we know the problem. What? It's nil. Okay, yeah. So why is it nil? Oh shit, because it's called velocity and not y velocity. That's really easy. Okay. So this is vel, and that should work. Let's hope it works. I gotta, well, yeah, that's because I did that. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Ready? Boing, it bounced off. It worked. I pretty much made Pong, man. Right? I gotta do the other paddle now. I didn't actually code the other paddle yet. Well,
Let me try.
we can play it, dude. In just a second we can try to play, but I gotta code the other paddle's collisions. I haven't done it yet. I just have to like copy and paste this. It's gonna be backward. If self.x is less than or equal to 0. Here, don't do that, please. It'll make a bunch of loud, annoying noises. Okay. Then we say if self.x, this is all going to be player 1 now. So if self.x is, yeah, and this is going to be a little confusing because of the top left thing, but if self.x is less than or equal to player 1 dot x plus player 1 dot width, and self.y is greater than or equal to player 1 dot y, and self.y is less than or equal to player 1 dot y. That should be right. Yeah, that should all be the same. Then self.xvel equals self. Yeah, that bounces. If self.xvel, I didn't talk about this by the way, but basically the velocity is multiplied by -1, which changes the direction, which is like a bounce. And then what I did here is I'm trying to make it so that if you're moving the paddle quickly, it will transfer the force. And this was just a random guess at like making it so it can go faster back and forth by this might not be right. I'll have to adjust that, but we'll see. Okay. So yeah, that self.y plus yeah. This probably needs to be an absolute value actually, because we don't want it to subtract ever, right? We don't want the I'm just gonna see what happens right now. I don't know if that's right or not. If it just works, I don't need to think about it.
Does it go right through?
It could crash, it could go right through, we don't know. It went right through and bounced off the wall. Okay. So I think I know what I did wrong. This plus should have been minus maybe. This if self.x is this thing here. If self.x is less than or equal to, no, it should be greater than. I don't know. Let's test that. Because it bounced off the wall, that means I mostly got it right. Because it's not coded to bounce off the wall. Like. Okay. That's even worse. Yeah, that's even worse. Okay. Let's see. Self.x. So player 1.x is the top left corner of the paddle. So it needs to be greater than. This should be right, I feel like. Player 1.x plus player 1.width. No, not greater than, less than. It should definitely be less than. And well, that's what I just had, isn't it? If self.x is less than player1.x plus player1.width. I don't remember. I think that's what I already had, but let's see. I might need to console log again because I can't tell what's going on right now. I need to make the ball go faster too, it looks like. It's too slow. Oh, shit, my bad.
He's made mistakes trying to play the game.
Well, I was trying to move the paddle in case the collision detection was off. I moved the paddle up and down to see if it collides somewhere. Whereas if it just goes straight through and I don't move it, I can't check. Let me just try this though. Something worked. It looks like it bounced on the wall again now. Yeah. That's weird. Let's see. Why did it do that? Let's console log it.
I think you're gonna make it so we can play it for free.
We definitely can play it for free, man. We can play if I get this working, we can both play to test it out. All right. Let me just look at these numbers. Oh, what? Oh, that's not it. Yeah. Well. So player 1.x is 50. And the ball, this is the balls.x.
The same one. That's the same.
Well, because I didn't change anything, but I'm trying to look at the numbers to make sense of what's happening. It should be easy, but I'm just blanking on it somehow. This one is if it's greater than or equal to, wait. Oh, no. And self.y's. I think the y is all fine. The y shouldn't be an issue. Self.x is less than or equal to. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is if self.x vel, and this should be self.x vel. So I wasn't, yeah, I think this is why it's not working. Okay. I was checking the position rather than the velocity, so it wasn't coded to check the it was only checking collisions as soon as it hit the wall. So this should work now. It works.
Now I have to make the ball faster.
I have to make the ball faster. Also, I have to make sure the ball bounces off the top walls. I just remembered that. So yeah, that didn't look right, did it? Yeah, something went wrong there too. Something was wrong with collision detection on the other side.
That weird ball.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I will make the ball faster right now. Also, ball that xvel equals let's say 5. Just see how 5 looks. I know there's an error right now, but that's very fast.
What's so fast? You did something wrong.
Because I need to code that still. Okay, so we'll put that in real quick. If self dot y is less than or equal to 0, then self dot velocity equals self dot velocity times -1. You can just say or self dot y is greater than or equal to height. Let's see if that's right. Oh, I didn't end the function. What was that?
It just crashed.
I had a something was wrong. Hold on. 29 saying that's a nil value. Then self dot velocity equals self dot velocity. Oh, it needs to be y velocity. Yeah, okay. Dude. Give me hold on. So these not. Why is it not doing the thing anymore? Okay, I messed something up apparently because it was working like. All right, why did it not do that anymore? Hold on. That code I added in just ruined everything somehow. If self.y is less than or equal to 0, that should be right. But let me just remove that and see if it fixes what I just had messed up. Because the transferred velocity thing was working and then it stopped working. Whoa. That was a buggy. Dude. Okay, I don't know what I did. But apparently I messed it up somewhere else. Let me just I'm going to hard code in that it goes up so I can see if it bounces. Ball, let's just make 0. 3 or something like that. Okay, so that the walls are working, but the thing that isn't working now is that velocity transfer thing I was doing. Which is strange because it was working before, but it's not working anymore. Oh yeah, I need to fix that bounce from, okay. Oh, I think I know the problem. I had this as like 0.1. It just, because it was multiplying it by, when you multiply by 0, it's always 0. So I think this will work. That's not a good solution, but I think this will work. Yeah. Not quite. Something is still really buggy with the collision detection. It's not quite working.
What? What?
I don't know, dude.
It goes right through a wall and suddenly comes back.
This one's never coming back. All right. Well, I also need to make it so that when it goes off the left wall, it gives you a point instead of just, and then it respawns in a second. Yeah, but something is really buggy here with this collision detection.
So it goes through the wall and then suddenly comes.
Yeah, I don't know why it even came back, honestly. This collision detection isn't right. There's just something off with it. I'm going to make the ball slow again. I need to kind of test that more. Make it very slow, traveling on both. But I should be able to make the ball go faster by like hitting it at an angle. Yeah, so that did speed it up. But it just makes it's killing the it's always making it move straight instead of, okay, let me just check the math on. And then we have this happening. What's that? So this isn't right. Is this doing it too? Yeah, okay. So there's something wrong in the collision detection.
That makes the game so easy.
That's not right. Yeah, that's too easy. So there's something wrong on this part.
Auto.
Yeah. And self.y is less than or equal to player 2.y plus player 2.y. That's not right. Plus, yeah, that's not right. Okay. Why do I have that? Maybe that was it. Maybe there's just that I typed the same thing twice. Let me see if that fixes it. Okay, good. It didn't do that. Now, the only other thing is this. Can I make it go faster by hitting it? Fuck. All right, I gotta pause this one. Hey, what's up? Yeah. No, he's here. Okay, bye. Mommy was wondering if you're here. Okay. So I don't know what just happened there. What just happened, Eric? Did you see it? Was there still buggy collisions or no? Yeah, kind of. Because I haven't said like what happens if you hit it with the corner of your paddle or whatever. That's very buggy looking. Something's wrong there.
What?
Was it bouncing off the wall for no reason though?
Yeah.
No, not. Yeah. So if it's behind the paddle, you can hit it. Like it's not correct. It's only like watch, if I come down under it, even after if it's off the screen, I go here, it counts as a bounce because I didn't do it right. So So
Maybe that's an invisible ball.
if self.y is less than or equal to player2.y, which means plus player2.height. So this x thing needs to, if player2 is greater than or equal to player2.x and self. There needs to be. What happened to the plus width thing? This needs to be here too. Is greater than or equal to. And self.x is less than or equal to player2.x plus player2. My brain isn't working right now anymore. I think there's still something missing on that. I haven't got the collision detection right still.
What?
Well, no, that was just I missed it. That was just I played poorly and missed the ball. So that was what was supposed to happen. Again, I think I missed it. Hold on. I'm just gonna let it hit the paddle this time. But I'm trying to hit it at an angle so it goes faster. Because like this is already working as it's supposed to. If I just let it hit the paddle, but I'm trying to hit it at an angle. That's how you play Pong. You try to make the ball go faster so the other person can't stop it. You know what I mean? Like if I hit this there, see now you're like, yeah.
So hard to say.
Yeah. See. You want to try to play, man? So you're playing with W and S. I'm playing with the air. You just use W as up, S is down. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
It's fine, dude. Just W and S. Ready? You're this guy, WS.
Hey, who's gonna see?
Here, just sit on my lap or something. Because we're sharing the keyboard. Here, these are the buttons you use for up and down. I gotta restart it. I should just put the scores in, but all right, ready? W and S. Yeah. It's pretty fast. You gotta. Good job. Whoa. There you go. Oh, I got a point.
Oh.
All right, dude. I got a point.
What button are you using again?
What?
What buttons are we using?
W and S. These two. Wrong way. I got a point. I kind of had an advantage because the ball always starts out going toward you. Just because I have it in like that. But yeah. You gotta hit it, okay? Just do a slow hit. Just like dude. Are you just like what are you doing?
I don't remember we're down. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
This is so hard.
W and S, come on, get your fingers there. Okay. I'm going to give you one more shot here. Just put your fingers here and don't move them, okay? You leave them on the keys and then you don't forget where they are, okay? Don't move your, yeah, now you're good, right? You didn't press it. Okay, last chance, man. Last chance. My timer's running. I got to get the scores in. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm going to put the scores in and say that I finished this, even though there are clearly some bugs. I think we got the point here. But so for the scores, we're going to do, we'll say if don't do it, dude, don't do it. If self.y is less than or equal to, or no, self.x is less than or equal to 0, then we'll say player2.score if self.x is greater than or equal to width, then player1.score. And then I need to put score into these functions here. Function player score self.score equals self.score plus 1. Self.score should be 0 here. And then we just need to have love.graphics.print player1.score at, say, 10, player2.score at width minus 10
I'll
bytes.
connect when you finish.
Dude, you need to go to sleep. I'll be done in a few minutes. You just need to, but you want to just wait and I'll be done. Hold on, let me just see if this score thing is working. And then I need to make the ball respawn and it will be done. Dude, I've done close the function. It's called Love 2D. That's the library I'm using to code this. It's like it does the graphics stuff where what if at line 32 and ball this thing. Oh, yeah. Why something looks off there with that indentation? Dude. W love, how did I get that? Lua main 14. I just I accidentally put a W in there and it ruined the whole code. Okay. Method up stakes. I spelled, how did I messed up like all of my, I got random letters added into a bunch of, it's like typos. Control, yeah, a bunch of W's appeared in different words. I think when we were playing the game, we started accidentally putting, okay, so there's the 1 score. Does that go up? No. Feel score is a number value. All lower 37. Oh. Does that work? Let's see. To call method score, ball cannot call method. Oh, because it's not, okay. Meta table. Can I set a meta table here? I don't think so, but I really don't. I really don't think that's correct at all. Let me just try it though. No. No, not correct. Okay. Yeah, so it can't see. I'm trying to run this in. Yeah, it doesn't have access to player 2. I need to. I feel like I should pass it in as an argument, but I don't think that will work. Let me just try it. I thought this would be easy to finish off with the score part, but I'm having some class scope issues here. Class. No class. Yeah, that doesn't work either.
I'm joking. I don't.
I know, it's silly. Yeah, let's see. Honestly, this is just gonna get, I'm gonna just do a bit sloppy here. Put it into main. Make global if, I'll just say if ball dot y. Wait, what? No, that's not right. Why did I do that? I took the wrong code out there. This. But yeah, like I'm just gonna, this isn't a good way to handle this, but I'm gonna do it this way. Oh man. Just make it global in the update loop so that I have access to all of the stuff here. Ball and player to score if ball at X. No, dude. Okay. See if that works. Ah, index local player 2. What? Ball 43. Dude, I didn't save it. Okay. No? Ball 37. What? What is, oh, because I put these arguments in that didn't work. That's why. Okay. I want to see this number turn into a 1. Nope. Still can't call score. Player 1.score. Did I not save this? This should be working. A number value.
AI.
I think maybe I'm using the same name for stuff and it's messing it up. Is the only thing I can think of right now. I'm going to call, let's change this to being called get point instead of score. Even if that's not the problem, it will at least help me figure out what the problem is. Crap. Okay, well, get point is the problem. It's a nil value. How? How is it a nil value? It doesn't make sense. Okay, well, now I'm getting a score, but I have 300 points. It just keeps going up because it doesn't reset. Okay, so that is working. So get point should also, yeah, I'm just going to hard code this at this point. Like, this isn't going to work exactly because sometimes the ball will get stuck. See if it goes back to the middle. Yeah, that works. Score's working. You going to bed, dude? Yeah. Good night. Love you. Okay, it's working. Obviously it's a little bit buggy. And let me at least get the score to display correctly. It's not in the right spot. Height plus 10, maybe height minus 10, I think. No, where? Width. Oh, yeah, width minus 10. Height. It should just be 10. Yeah, it's not exactly right. Width minus, let's say 20. Okay, so, dude, come on. Oh, I said 0. Okay. There they are. So I think the scores are working now. Yeah, we got scores working. So everything is pretty much working. The behavior is more buggy than I would have preferred. Like we've seen some of these errors. My kid came in during the middle of this. He interrupted me a lot. I wanted him to help play test it some, but I think I don't know why he was still awake this late. He should be in bed. And I'm really tired, so I don't want to come back. Like right there, we saw some really buggy collision stuff happening. But for the purposes of like, I got Pong pretty much working in just under 2 hours. That was a super buggy behavior. What just happened there? What's going on with that? I don't know. But anyway, hopefully this was useful or entertaining. And let me know if you have any questions or you want to see anything else. What I'm planning on doing is going in and changing some stuff with this where I add some like more modern elements to Pong. Like every time you get a point, you get to pick a skill, and then the leftover skill goes to the other player. And it's like you level up. Like the skills will be like you get a laser that you can use, or maybe you can slow down time and stuff, like just like weird stuff like that that's pretty easy to implement but would actually make the game fun. And so I'll probably do a video where I try to do some of that stuff. And I also want to try to do some more speedruns. This is actually really helpful. Like, I mean, you saw some of the I really struggle with some of that collision detection stuff, and I think this is janky. This divided by 2 thing is janky. That's probably not the way to do it. But for the purpose of the speedrun, like I got the functionality of Pong in just under 2 hours. I hoped I could have done faster than that, but I'll take it. So thanks for watching. Bye.